Hey, yo, what's up? It's your boy, sir, of the 2020 Podcast, LLC. Please say the LLC. And before you listen to this episode, I just got to let you know, I need you to stop what you're doing. Go to blkrenaissance.com, and I need you to shop for the culture. That's right. Anytime you use the promo code LLC20 at Black Renaissance Clothing's website, you will get 20% off your order. Off rip, no questions asked. So do me a favor and do it for the culture. Peace.
Hey, this is KJ, and I have a question for you. When was the last time you got something nice for yourself? That's what I thought. So why not visit www.theblurredsyndicate.com and get something that will help you express who you really are. They've got shirts, mugs, purses, mouse pads, and even aprons for the grillers of the family. So if you're a fan of anime, pro wrestling, or hell, even the Golden Girls, the Blurred Syndicate has got you covered. Also, if you use the code LLC20 at checkout, you'll get 20% off your order. So what are you waiting on? I got mine. Come get yours. And remember to join the BS.
Hi guys, it's Mr. I'm Just Being Honest, host of the Truth Serum podcast for the people. You can find me on Spotify, Anchor, and Buzzsprout. More networks coming soon. Happy listening.
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Okay, we lit it just like a fuse, so no need to pick and choose. Welcome to 2020, where we do more than interviews. The hottest beat coming through, jumping knowledge on all of you. Get a peek at the front of you with the truth that they offer you. Yeah, hands up, we doing it for the culture. To give artists and businesses more exposure. Keeping it real and stay silent just like a boulder. It's about to go all the way down, can't get no lower. Chasing my dreams, know that they get no slower. But if I stay running, I promise they getting closer. Moreover, success my older. And if you're sleeping on me, I'm waking them up like Folgers. I told you, coming from the land with the tide roll. Well, we'll be on a whole different vibe though. We like to ride slow and keep our windows tinted so you really can see us like Stevie Wonder waking up with his eyes closed. Yeah, got the kind of flow that rock the boat. On my 16s of pounds of dope. And if you figure you can hang with me on the mic, then grab some rope. Matter of fact, better grab some hope. While you at it, we keep it live, it's time to tune in. Turn up the sound on what you're using. It goes so hard, I think it's bruising. The show is 2020, no need to zoom in. Yeah.
In the meantime, how everybody doing today, man? Everybody good?
Yeah, bro.
I appreciate y'all for coming.
The guns.
Yes.
Show us
Damn,
to the
show
guns.
us.
You wanna know how I know? I'm remembering the goddamn video now. Yep. That's one of my favorite beats. Yep. That's one of my favorite beats of all time. That and Camp Blow, Lucchini. That bruh. I don't care what nobody say. That beat is like probably top 10 beats for me.
Can I be specific?
All right.
A lot of people say that Manny Fresh had all these beats.
Uh-oh.
Like all these beats was
Hot
like,
take.
you know what I'm saying?
I
like
feel it coming.
The hits, right?
Right.
What was his top beats? I feel like the Big Timers, Nigga Could Know was his best beat.
Nigga could know.
The second Big Timers album.
No.
I could argue you some.
I think that's his best beat.
Okay.
By far.
Matter of fact, we're gonna make this a thing. Let's everybody. I'm gonna give you two because Manny Fresh is worth two because I'm asking you to do one is trash.
Two.
All right, so two Manny Fresh beats that you feel are. I ain't even gonna say one and two that are top 5. Two Manny Fresh beats.
Niggas Could Know and Top Back.
Top back T.I. Yeah. I respect that.
I got 1 and 1. This second one ain't gonna be a top 5
Okay.
by a long shot, but it's one of my personal favorites. Go DJ is my pick.
Okay.
Yeah, he murdered that.
Can't argue with that.
Go DJ is my pick, but when you said Nigga Could Know, for me it's Cutlass, Monte Carlos, and Regals.
Okay.
That beat
That's not
is
the first one, right?
That beat is beyond. I want to say it was on 2.
It was on 2? Okay.
I want to say it was on volume 2. I have to look it up.
Okay. I'm gonna go. This how we do it. Where I'm from, I'm thugging in the club. Yeah, that song was a banger. And I'm gonna go with Jeezy.
Boom, boom, clap.
Yes.
Okay.
And then what?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what?
I literally.
Yeah, bro.
I just remember Southern rocking that one,
Bruh.
boy. Man. Peeling the paint off the wall.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
What you
Hey,
got?
Marie.
That one. That's all I need. I don't even need another one. That's it. Word.
Man, we are at an event. I know it's a long time since y'all heard all of our voices in the same place. First things first, RIP to our broken blue crayon, Raina. We love you. We miss you. Also, unfortunately, rest in peace to Montrez Slater.
Make Gate Slate.
Man, just a genuine soul. Hopefully, I'm gonna be able to attend the viewing for him on Saturday. Just dope ass soul. I met him through my brother. They went to school together in the same graduating class. Okay. We fortunately all have interacted with him independently. That's the crazy part. Yeah. 6 degrees of separation, but tragic. Once I heard the story, I was even more heartbroken because he was trying to de-escalate a situation. Yeah. So prayers to his family. Hopefully his legacy lives on and all the people he touched. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say hopefully. I'm gonna spit that his legacy is gonna live on through these people he's touched. And we love you, bro. The city will definitely miss you. But we're here at goddamn Canna, Bama's 420 event in Bienville Square. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I am shocked we in this goddamn gazebo because I knew we was gonna be sweating.
As soon as I saw Casey say that we were gonna be in the gazebo, I was like, thank you, Jesus. But it is ridiculously hot, and I mean the weather swings have been stupid. I had to turn my heater on to knock the chill out the house 2 days ago. It was 51 degrees when I woke up.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Like it was 73 when I went to sleep. Yeah. Make it make sense.
I mean, when I first got here and I didn't know we was gonna be in the gazebo, I was looking around. I'm like, man, all the shady spots gone, and Jeremy didn't say nothing about bringing no tent. I said, man, we finna burn up out here.
No doubt, man.
I got in the car, saw that 84 come across that. I said, oh. And as soon as I saw the 84, I also saw the message, we gonna be in the gazebo. I said, oh, glory. You know what I mean?
Bro, I got to give a special shout out to John Rock of Off the Rock podcast.
Yeah,
we are here
out.
as
shout out Off the Rock.
Through efforts through him, he spoke to the people who planned this event and was like, yo, if you really want this to pop off in our community too, get the podcast. And he told me, he was like, yo, bro, you one of the first people I thought of. And he called me immediately, and I was like, we there. I don't give a damn. Look, I done took off work. Look, it's Thursday than a motherfucker, but we here. we are here to hang, chill, highlight, and everything, man. Yeah, man, we here to have a good time. We already hit up a couple vendors.
Absolutely.
Got a couple things. Me and Kate did a little video 360 thing.
Yeah,
like a little
we
music
tested
video.
it out for the folks.
I'll have to put that on the website.
Make them friends.
If you ain't on the website, I need you to go and subscribe real quick for me. And shout out to On a High Note podcast. Let me tell you, I'm only saying this because she right here in front of me. I'm only saying this. This is my dog, man. In the small amount of time I talked to this young lady, bro, I feel like I've known her in a different universe or something, bro.
Yeah.
So shout out to her.
It's
she
like
just had a
kindred spirit.
successful launch. And yeah, man. I came here to talk shit before we get to the seriousness.
What kind of shit we talking, sir?
I want to know. I got 2 topics I wanted to get y'all feedback on. Casey and I kind of hit on it a little earlier, but there's a little video going around. You know what I'm saying? Of a certain student and
there's 2 of them.
Teacher incident.
There's 2 incidents. One is an actual teacher. It took place in the doorway, and then there is the one that is now going viral with the substitute teacher.
Okay, we'll come back to that one because you're going to educate me on that one.
Let me see if I can find it.
That one had me more mad than the one that's going viral.
Shit. Yes,
because the teacher was defensive. She
didn't
was
try
getting
to
up
hit the girl
behind
back.
rock.
So this is great for. We're gonna have to post them on the page. Well, we're gonna post them in the comments. We can't post them on the actual page.
Nah, because
so
you know how they do.
I'm gonna put one to say "Looky Lou," and y'all go looky Lou, okay? And I'm gonna put both videos down now.
So all right, so to talk about the viral video, just to encapsulate what happened, there was a female student in class with a substitute. Apparently, her phone got taken. Now, listening to the dialogue, it looked like it been back and forth a little bit. This one just took your phone, now we beefing type shit. She mentioned that out of everybody's phone, you take mine, nobody else's, and she tries to grab for the phone. Substitute says, "No, don't touch me, don't touch me." And at some point, I did see the substitute teacher bat her hand out the way, and so the student swung on her, and goddamn, the substitute teacher put both hands, both feet, goddamn,
stood up.
She MMA'd that
around.
ass. So I just want to know, we'll go down the road, you know what I'm saying, see what you think. Casey, you on the end, so what you think, bro?
So this is my thing. From what I read, she took everybody's phone, right?
Okay.
And she gonna give it back to him at the end of the class.
Okay.
She got, the girl who ran up got aggressive with her just from that beginning of that.
Okay.
So as you saw, everybody else was sitting down except her.
Mm-hmm.
She invaded her space or whatever. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we're human. If you get close to me, man, it ain't gonna be no.
I don't understand.
Child or not, man, because kids don't give a crap nowadays.
Ain't
they ain't like when we was growing up. So my thing is, everybody want to quarterback the situation. Oh, if you're a grown up, you're supposed to do. Man, y'all be cussing people out that skip y'all in line in Publix, when Dixie, Walmart, and all that other stuff. Would you expect somebody to remain calm when a child, invade your space, cussing at you and all that stuff? Nah, fam. She would have got full Nelson. well, being a man, if it was a dude, he would have got full Nelson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it was a female, she would have got restrained. But a dude, yeah, you getting full Nelson because you ain't finna get a chance to get the one up on me. You know what I'm saying? After you being disrespectful. That's just my take on it.
All right.
So funny enough, I actually saw the same thing. That's what I was gonna say. I saw where a student commented on it and said that that's exactly what happened. That whatever, I don't know if this was supposed to be like retract or whatever they call it.
Okay.
But basically, the teacher took all of their phones.
Okay.
And at the end of, whatever the period was gonna be, everybody was gonna get their phones back. But the girl was acting belligerent with her. Like she gave everybody else their phone back, and she was trying to rush the teacher to give her phone back. So she was like, "You're not gonna rush me. Fine, I'm just gonna keep the phone."
Understood.
I'm just gonna keep the phone. So, that's when, everything escalated. And she said the teacher tried to de-escalate the situation and told her she was gonna give her phone back. She got in the face, pushed off, popped in the mouth.
Okay. So it's starting to sound more and more like a fuck around, find out situation.
Stay in a child's place.
A man.
At all times.
What you got to, sir?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, at the Canna Bama tent. So just tell them you meet it. They'll give it to you. If they don't, I'll come down there. But it's definitely. Hold on, just a second. I'm gonna pause this. Hey, let me call you right back. I'm working. Can you hear me? Hey, can you hear me? Yeah. Yes.
Baby by me, 50 Cent and Neo.
Hello?
Always like the version without Neo.
What's wrong with their phone service?
Oh.
Bro? I'm gonna have to edit all that out. God damn it. But it was definitely I watched the video, I ain't gonna lie, like a good 8 times.
For what reason did you watch it 8 times?
Couple reasons.
Okay.
The first 1 through 6 was like to see different parts of how the breakdown and communication happened. All right, 7 and 8 was the ass. I ain't even in the front. Well, 7 was the ass. 8 was to see was their draws. Because I was convinced they weren't in their draws for a second. But Miss Bradley of On the High Note Pockets informed me that there was indeed draws. It was just a thong, I was alleviated a little bit. Like, okay, you just ain't raw dogging your dress at work. Hold on.
Because it was floating.
Hey. Hello? Hey, yeah. I'm downtown working. All right, I'm gonna talk to you later. All right. Sorry about that. So anyway, I wanted to see where the first strike happened, and once I saw the hand get swatted, I was like, ooh, I can understand as a kid how that would make you go left, because as a little brother dealing with a big brother, it took me back to them sections where my brother used to be like, I ain't touch you, don't touch me. I ain't touch you, don't touch me. But the instant like you're holding something from me and you swat my hand, I used to snap. That would be not justifying it, but given the way she's thinking, That's the first lick for me. So I'm like all in. So, but once she swung, once I saw that fist come through, I understand how you can black out. Like as a parent, not a parent, but as a administrator, you're not supposed to. But you dealing with these bad kids and you just swung at me, like it's self-defense now, bro. I gotta get off. I'm about to subdue you. That's the word I'm gonna use from here on out. I'm gonna subdue the shit out you. And after she gave him them hands, I ain't gonna lie, it was a little excessive on the punches to the back of the head. That's why I was like, But I'm glad she stopped and she just restrained her. And she said, go get somebody. Go fucking get somebody. I'm like, okay, she came back to herself. Because everybody done blacked out before. You know what I'm saying? But it's good that she called herself and called for help. But I understand both sides. One, I understand when she self-defended herself. On the other side, I can understand if she gets terminated, you know, and can't do substitutions anymore. What about you?
I was just raised in a generation to where this scenario wouldn't have occurred in the first place. Like you're just not going to go to any authority. You figure first off, you gonna listen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then there were some leaks of some text messages, and if these text messages are accurate, she talked to her mama like that.
Oh.
And her mama like, I can't keep calling off work. Ain't nobody told you to call off work though. Ain't nobody told you to do that. She cussing at her mama and everything in these text messages if these are accurate, which just goes to show her mama can't even control her. Right. And I feel like it was definitely a fuck around to find out type of scenario. I cannot, as a mother, well, I can't condone it either way. I can't condone the child acting like that, but I also can't condone you whipping my child's ass. You know what I mean? Right. I mean, but also, let me say, I was raised in a generation where you was allowed to get your ass whooped when you was out of goddamn line. Yeah, and she was so out of line, she out in the trees with the deer. She in the middle of the deer. She in the den with the bears and stuff. That ain't even close to the road. That's deep down, away from the road lines. You know what I mean? Like, she was so out of line, left field, right field, all of them together. You know, so I feel like she needed this lesson.
let me ask y'all this.
But also, I feel like the teacher definitely went too far with the way that she was socking that girl like she was a grown-ass woman.
Yeah, she definitely was.
Now, I wish that she had restrained her from the get-go.
Yeah.
However, I still feel like she needed that ass whooping. But I said it, guys.
I do think that ass whooping is going to save her from future.
It's going to save her from future endeavors.
Yeah, man.
She ain't going to do it
This
again.
is my only thing, though. I've never had my hair pulled. I could be misremembering. But I think while she was hitting on the head, I think the girl still had a fistful of hair.
Ooh. Let me watch.
Which could prove why she was still, you know what I'm saying, hitting her.
That
you know what I'm saying?
Right,
I don't remember personally.
As a member of the lock community, that changes shit right there.
But if somebody still has their hand, you want them to let go.
Yeah, baby.
I'm still
you gotta
swinging
subdue.
too.
You gotta subdue. Bro.
What would you say? Yeah, I'm gonna subdue the crap out of you. You know what I'm saying?
You know, when I had hair.
Word of the day, subdue.
Right.
When I had hair.
Right.
Hashtag subdue.
Ain't nobody pulling my hair.
No, that's what you don't play by, bro. All right, so we on that agreement. Now, I have a slightly different question, like, and then situation.
All right.
As the parent, let's say they said, school says, you know what, we got to mediate this before we go out to the press, which I feel like should happen. You got to talk to the parent, and you got to talk to the teacher and the administration. What kind of conversation are you going to have in that sitting?
I don't know, man, because my initial reaction is the quarterbacking. But as having 3 adult children and 1 smaller child, I can't tell you what I would or what I wouldn't do. Okay. I can tell you that I would be literally like, you deserve what you got. Or I can't tell you, I could be like, yeah, my child was out of line, but you're not finna put your... So I really can't tell you what I would do. I could quarterback it all day long. But to tell you what I would have actually did if somebody would have like, Casey, this teacher done moof your child to the ground. You know, I really can't. But I would say in that situation, definitely have a mediation.
Yeah.
Don't let it just be you, the child, and the teacher. I need the principal, the assistant principal, and some kind of law enforcement in there as well.
Right. So
I just need some type of understanding.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because she getting text messages like that, and if she getting text messages like that, and the mama know how her daughter is,
right?
It probably don't come to as no surprise that, you know, punks jump up to get beat down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Run up, get done
as
up.
her mother, it's almost like I couldn't put my hands on you because I am your mother, and they'll call Child Protective Services on me.
Right.
But she probably knew her daughter needed her ass whooped.
In all fairness, man, and that's an interesting point to have. Like, as a parent, at what point do you realize that your child has a behavior problem that is going to result in them probably getting their ass beat out in the street? Like, how do you convey that, you know what I'm saying, to a kid?
Bro, I'm going to put it to you like this. Jacinta's a 3rd grade teacher, and she has issues with children cussing and bucking up. 3rd grade teacher.
That's wild. That's what, like 8, 9-year-olds?
Like 9, 10.
Jesus. Boy.
Yeah, like 9, 10.
With your 3rd grade, I'm just trying to be good. I won't get my recess taken away.
Fact.
Fact, bro. Like, and that's interesting. And I'll get me and K Marie's view on that in a second. But if I had to sit in that meeting, did you answer that? Like, how would you approach the mediation of your kid, the administration, whether it be principal or whatever, and your child, and they're like, look, we got to talk. This is viral. Like, how are we gonna move forward?
Just being honest, I kind of feel the same way that he feels. And see, it's harder for me because I don't have any children.
Right.
So, you know, I can only speak from the perspective that I just spoke from. Just being honest, you know what I mean? Like,
understood.
I see that type of conversation happening between the mother and the teacher.
Okay.
But I'm being real. I don't know how I will react in that moment. But part of me, because I was raised in such a way that I knew that I shouldn't do that.
Right. Give me some content, Drake. Give me some content, Drake.
It almost feels like, I put it to you like this. I remember a baseball practice.
Okay.
They telling us to stop jumping over the little rope thing, you know, whatever the case may be. So I jumped in the middle of them saying stop jumping, so I stopped. But the kid behind me wanted to keep fucking going. My coach was a Q. You know what he did?
Everybody.
He said, if y'all want to play this Saturday, all y'all go over there and bend over and grab that bench. He went to his trunk, grabbed his paddle out his trunk, and paddled me and my 2 teammates in front of our mamas. And you know what my mama said to me? Yeah, should have stopped jumping.
Yeah.
I didn't catch a whole lot of whoopings growing up. But
Facts.
The ones that I did made me never want to have to get another.
Understood.
So, you know, that's what my act right became.
Stepped in at.
But this girl here don't seem like she got no act right in her system. And I think that sub just beat it in her. So, hey.
Yeah, I just hope. The thing about social media that I love and hate, I love that it brings things into a perspective where we have to challenge society and our view on the way we handle shit now and the way we raise our kids. What I don't like is that now her life is going to be affected by this moment a good long while.
I agree.
Like, give an example. Y'all remember the Sharkeisha video?
Yeah.
No matter what she does, people are going to remember, like, yo, ain't that chick, that B.O. girl ass? Like, I hate that kids go viral for the exact wrong reasons.
Yeah.
So, to answer my own question, if I had to sit and mediate and talk, I would make it known that, okay, and this might ruffle people the wrong way. I'm going to apologize to the teacher. The reason I'm going to apologize to the teacher because at some point I failed my kid. The fact that my kid could think that it's okay to, one, approach an adult, swing on an adult. I don't give a fuck what's going on. My mom always told me this. If something going on in school, you let me motherfucking know. There was a time where I got paddled by a teacher that my mom didn't fuck with. She ain't say shit to me. I ain't know nothing about it. I just told her about it. She went directly to the teacher. And I ain't know nothing that happened. And I think that's the way it should be, going forward. If there's something you don't like, you don't get the opportunity to act like an adult in a situation where I get to act. Now, to the teacher, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. We got to square up outside. It just is what it is. We gotta get this. We gotta get this one-on-one. But I understand where you're coming from. That's just me. That's the 50-50 a man in me. The half Leo, half logic person is speaking now. But okay, what would you do?
As the parent in this situation?
Yeah, as the parent talking to everybody.
I feel like I definitely have to apologize to the teacher because I do feel like I failed as a parent. I'm sorry that this situation occurred.
Right.
Now, I can't really back up the way that because I literally just watched this as we were discussing this. Oh, here you go. So you can see what the first hit was. She pounded that girl in her face. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there was a way that she could have been restrained, but I also feel like, exactly, and ain't no jaws. But I also feel like she could have blacked out, in which, I mean, you human, but, that's my child. Like, this is different from you looking at the perspective of somebody else's child, but that's my baby. I carried that child.
Yeah.
I birthed that child. And now you beating her in her face? Let's get to the bottom of this. How could you have been better in this? Because we're going to take accountability on both sides. Well, on all three sides, because I feel like my side is included in that as the parent. Because somewhere I went wrong to where my daughter gained this audacity to stand up in here and be doing this in the first place. So I feel like everybody's getting blamed, including myself, though. Everybody needs to have a mirror in front of them so that we can be better. So that's me. I'm a problem solver. So that's me. Yeah.
You want to see it? You want to watch it?
Because in Casey, she did have her hair. Did she?
Yeah, she did. She had to.
She was also trying to slam her head into the ground as she on the ground, pull her head into the ground with her hair. So I get defense, but also this is a child.
Facts.
But also she didn't step up like no goddamn child.
She did.
So I still feel a little torn. I do feel like she needed the ass whooping. I don't condone the ass whooping, but I feel like she needed it for her better being in the long run. But I'm not saying go out and start whipping these children. I'm just saying in this particular instance, and knowing the other information that has been coming out, she probably needed that little ass whooping. It didn't have to be so harsh, but.
Hold on. So did she grab her hair and pull her to the ground?
Yes.
Yeah. But I will say this.
So now I'm like moving towards the teacher side even more because it's like, damn, you had my hair, boy.
But hold on.
You know how much that hurt?
I'm sorry. But hold on. Did y'all see? Did y'all see the comment that she said that the girl said about like, why didn't none of y'all help me?
Oh, and then she became the victim.
Yeah, the girl was like, why none of y'all didn't help me? Y'all saw that grown behind woman on me. Why none of y'all didn't help me? That was after that. So did she really?
I'm glad that happened too. I'm glad that moment happened. Dora walked up. She late though. So Dora, what's your I had to throw shade. But what's your thoughts on the situation? I know you've seen the video.
Here's my thing.
All right.
I have one or two perspectives.
Okay.
Y'all know I got 2 autistic kids.
Okay.
And the thing is, the issue, like, I don't know if this girl has a history of any behavioral problems, mental problems. That is my issue. The issue is the school systems, because my girls can be fighters. And they are very big for their age, and they're strong for their age. They're like over 5 feet tall, and they're 8. They're looking at getting to be 6 feet tall. And even when I have to wrestle with them when they're having their emotional breakdowns, I'm a grown woman, and sometimes it took 6 of us to hold one of them down to get a shot. So the issue is the teachers aren't, these especially substitutes, aren't taught de-escalation skills. They are not taught how to de-escalate or restrain, because I know how to properly restrain my child if she gets buck wild. Their teachers know how to properly restrain. She wasn't that. The school system dropped the ball. Right. Because I do feel like even if this girl does not have any behavioral problems and she's just a little asshole, the issue is they need to know de-escalation skills. They need to know how to properly restrain, because you can restrain a child without hitting them. So I feel like all teachers, because substitutes mostly are people off the street. It's like I can go, you can go, any of us can go up and be a substitute teacher. It's nothing. So I feel like they need to either have a behavior team, which I guess it wouldn't have been enough time for her to call the behavior team, but also as the adult in the situation, the teacher should not have let it got that far. She should have left the room. Because I've had teachers that got bucked with students and they just left us in the classroom looking stupid. So I feel like, because I feel like it's at the end of the day, even though the child swung first, the teacher was the adult in the situation. And I feel like the teacher needed more. They needed more temperament skills. It's natural to want to fight back, but they also need to see who they hiring to be in the school system. Do they know the proper methods, breakdowns, and everything? Because she didn't have to continue fighting the little girl. She literally could have pushed her away and walked away. I feel like the teacher, I'm not going to be on.
Nah, that's not that video. We're going to show you this video.
No.
It's a different angle.
No.
Would you like to see the angle?
Talking about there's two angles.
Okay, I seen the main one. It's a different angle.
There's a side one where you see her and she's holding the hair.
This is my own thing. So, I agree a lot of what you say, but it's hard enough for our educators in the school system to be able to teach. Why should they have to be the ones to learn de-escalation skills and self-defense skills? And they at one point in time they was talking about having educators carry weapons because of these kids. So what happens if she pushed this girl off and tried to walk out and the girl got a knife or a gun in her backpack, and now she turned her back to this girl that's already been aggressive with her, that's pulled her hair and pulled her down on top of her? The teacher probably could have got up if the girl didn't have her hair.
That's true. Because I was with you until this most recent video.
Okay,
they got a clear shot where after the swing happened and old girl realized she was about to go down, she grabbed the hair and was holding the substitute's hair. Yeah, man. So
Let me say this real quick.
Watch your cup.
Man, let me say this real quick. I understand about going through protocol and learning de-escalation situations and learning how to subdue a gym and all that stuff.
Subdue.
But it's different when the bullets are flying. Being a Marine, we would go through all these training exercises. We used to go through live round exercises, and no matter what we was taught, when them live round were flying, some gyms did the opposite of what they were taught. Because it's easy for me to sit in the class like, DeAndre, if a student approaches you, do this. If a student approaches you, Jeremy, do this. Adora, do this. Cameron, do this. Because everything's in slow motion. You normally don't do everything at full speed as how it's going to go because you don't know how it's going to go. But when that don't happen to you for real in real life,
right?
Like, it's two totally different things, just from my experience.
I will understand. I do understand. Okay, I do understand that. I understand where you're coming from, that being in the situation, because like I said, I have to rough house with mine, so I get it. And sometimes I can do the sleep out, and sometimes we got a box. But
sometimes you got a box. Hey,
it's just I get it. But I do feel like they need some form of skills. Even at the base, even if they don't use them, they need more skill, de-escalation, proper restraints, all of that. They need. I still feel like I can't take even though I get it. I work with children. Some of them make you want to just, because they will try you to the inch of your life. It's just you, but I still feel like everybody wrong. You know how they say on Reddit, am I the asshole? Everybody suck. Because that little girl needs some act right. They need to find out what's going on with her and why her bed. Because you know me, I'm going to look at it from a mental health, social work, psychological perspective. I want to know.
Psychological, I like that.
That might not be the correct word, but I want to look.
Fuck it, hashtag it.
I'm going to look at it from that perspective because I want to know what's going on with this little girl, why she feels so aggressive, what's going on in her brain, why she's so attached to that phone. Because I don't feel like children are inherently bad and disrespectful. It's always a product of their environment, something they're going to. So that's what I want to know, what was going on with her that makes her just automatically get there. Because you think about it, a lot of kids who are possessive about their things come from nothing. They don't have anything. So when somebody takes something from them, it's a trigger in their brain to where they want to fight, So I really do think that I don't like that people are just writing this young lady off as just rude and disrespectful, and I shouldn't have called her asshole earlier. But I don't think that we should just write this young lady off because we don't know what she got going on. We don't know why she reacted like that. All we know is, like I said, she got bucked with an adult, and the adult got bucked back and took it too far. And I do not believe that this adult should ever work with children again. I don't. I don't, because at the end of the day, she fought somebody's child. And I don't care if mine was 102% wrong. If you hit my child, you gonna see me at the flagpole at 3:15. Like,
I understand that.
Okay, so we talk about the same girl who cussed out her mama in the text messages.
What did she cuss her mama out for?
She just, no, I'm saying like text messages leaked from her phone and just, she talked reckless to her mama.
Okay, what is her mama doing to her to talk reckless?
Her mama ain't doing nothing.
How do we know?
She's just regularly talking to her.
How do we know? Because here's the thing. What has the people always want to see? Some parents deserve disrespect if they're not giving her the respect or the tools, because you will see a million times where it's like, oh, well, the mama, this was an amazing mama, good mother, and everything. You don't know what the mama says or does to the child behind everybody's back. So I'm not going to automatically say that this, no child is just going to be like, okay, I have behavior problems. What is the stimuli? What is the man having?
The mother was asking her daughter, or telling her daughter that she was tired of the school calling her because of her behavioral problems.
Is the mother putting in, do we know if the mother is putting in time? You know I'm a child advocate. Is the mother putting in time with this girl to show, like, what is the mama doing? I want to know.
Well, clearly she ain't at work.
Exactly.
Because she got to show up to her school to pick her up every single time she do stuff like this. Because apparently it's not new.
Let me see.
So let me say this, and I ain't mad at you for advocating for the kid. And let me just say, we not throwing away the kid. I understand your passion. I'm not throwing away the kid. I just think this was a lesson learned, a life lesson learned. Like we were saying before you got here, this is a fuck around, therefore find out.
Can we talk about why this lady ain't got no drawers on?
That's her business. She didn't think she was going to be fighting that child.
Yeah, we're going to talk about we're floating.
Right.
We're floating.
That thing was going.
But also ass.
Yeah, man. She was dang-a-langing. She need to get to a music video saying shoot quick. Hey, I'm recording. I can't talk. But my thing is this. All in all, there's only so much I can condone the kid for. I get that the kid may have had a rough upbringing, and that's cool. But for every what if that's in her favor, there's the what if of this kid just running roughshod through her parents. So I understand you advocate. Just as much you can advocate her for not having the best opportunity and this and this and this. But sometimes kids act out because they can get away with it, because parents are not always there to check them. So and let's be 100. Society now is so anti don't hit this kid or don't punish my kid if it ain't yours. Like even in the community. Bro, I can get my ass whooped by my neighbor if they caught me fucking up.
That's it.
Boy, now they just like, I don't see it. But at the end of the day, if the kid gets shot and killed, oh, we need to get together as a community again. Well, what the fuck? Where does punishment stop? You know what I'm saying? Like, where do we either need to be a community or not? So all in all, this is why I said if I talk to the teacher, I'm going to apologize because the way my family worked, the way the people I associate with, like the way 2020 worked, if one of us go out and say some outlandish shit, we are a representation of all of us, right? Yep. Same way with your family, same way with your community, same way with that kid. If you go out there and you act in this way, and now the world see that, not only you affecting you, me, our family, you're fucking with the community now. So when I was saying earlier I said I'm glad this happened to the kid, but I'm also sad it happened to the kid. I'm glad it happened because now you know the extent of what can happen to you when you fuck with people, adults. And two, you're going to learn what it's like to get the input of so many people you don't even know on what your actions, like what kind of weight they have. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad it happened. Overall, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm glad she got her ass whooped.
I'm gonna read a couple of these.
I don't even give a shit. I'm gonna be real with you.
I'm gonna read a couple of these comments
because
I
just saw on the news the other day where a fucking 6-year-old shot a teacher. So
she went live. These were some of the couple of comments. We stand strong with your sister all the way from Clemson, South Carolina. We got your back, love. Stay blessed. The people saying you should have gave her the phone are the parents that are the problem. You did nothing wrong. I pray the outcome is in your favor. Sis, don't explain nothing. You're good. As a parent, I support your actions 100%.
This is what it's like to be a parent now. Like, that's the thing. Like, imagine this. How many times have, like, you seen people with their kids and they see other people's kids, and they like, you can't play with them. No.
Anybody rub off on you?
You feel me?
Hell nah.
You feel me? What's the difference?
Ones who judging other folks' kids be the kid. Because I remember when we was in high school.
That's all we can do, Zadora. Like we fuck the term judge. It just it's not a negative connotation anymore. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The way you act is the way you gonna be judged. That's just what it is. Even when you go to court, I don't give a fuck what you did in 10th grade. I don't care how many ballet sessions you went to. If you make a poor decision to get in front of a judge, you're gonna be what? Judged. This was a fuck round find out. I'm sorry. Yeah, you may have had hard times, but at the end of the day, you assaulted a person. Something happened. She need to learn that cause and effect lesson now.
No, she need to learn that I put a hand
like,
on people.
How many women have you heard of now? How many people have you heard now where you find out domestic shit about them? Like, oh, they beat women or they beat men. And you like, how long have they? Like, where do you learn that? This is how they learn it. People go along life not checking their ass or letting them get a pass, not saying nothing. And it just advances and gets worse and worse and worse. It's the worst possible blessing that could happen to that lady. That's the best way I can describe it from my side. Like, experience is the best teacher, my guy.
She learned a hard lesson, and I will agree. Like, I will agree. I'm pretty sure that lady reached her limit. Because we don't, that's why, like you said with the social media, we don't know what happened in the beginning. All we got is the fights. And I would love to know a timeline of what happened.
Everybody want to CSI this shit. We can't CSI everything.
No, I want to know what. I don't like when it says that.
Dora want to put on the glasses and goddamn.
But no, that's what I want to do. I want to see what happened. Like, why did she take her phone?
Okay. So you ain't know the story.
I just know she took the girl's phone.
No, she took everybody's phone.
Oh, so she didn't single the child
This
out?
was like in-school suspension.
This was like an in-school suspension, and at the end of the thing, she was giving everybody their phones back. And the girl was belligerent with her because she wanted her phone first. And she was like, no, since you want to act like that, I'm going to give you yours last. And then the girl stepped up on her, and she got her ass whooped.
I like the way you put it.
What has the mother of this
Run
child
up
said?
and get done up, goddamn.
I want to know
Like,
who her
straight
mama
up.
is.
Straight up. Like
I always wonder, like, when I saw that shit, was it other teachers who was just like, yes?
I'm sure it was. Bruh, I'm telling you, it was a time I got in fighting in high school, and I went to Theodore High School. Shout out to Coach Hughes. I whooped the dude ass, got suspended 2 days, came back. History teacher pulled me outside and was like, hey, let me holler at you. I'm like, oh, fuck, he finna lay into me, because this is one of the teachers I respect. He was like, man, what's this here about you whooping Hunter's ass, man? I'm like, man, I was having a rough day. He was like, I don't even care. Thank you. We hate that little kid. And then he told me to go back in. Bruh, like, they are people. You allowed not to fuck with kids? I hate when people, like, front like they don't fuck with adults. Therefore, I got to be nice, so I can't say I don't fuck with kids. Man, fuck them kids. Some of these kids are terrible.
I had a similar situation happen in middle school.
Really?
I had a similar situation happen in middle school. It was a kid fucking with me. And I told my coach, and he kind of like, yesterday's situation. I went home, I told my mama. My mama said, the next time you go, she say, I don't ever give you permission to cuss, but tomorrow, I want you to grab that motherfucker by the shirt, jack him up against that locker in that locker room, and look him dead in his eye and say, don't fuck with me, motherfucker. And he came fucking with me, I put my forearm in this dude's neck. And he was taller than me.
Hey.
I put my forearm in this dude's neck and backed his head into that locker. And my coach came out because he heard the locker.
Yeah, that shit
and
loud.
Heard me talk. And I saw him out the corner of my eye, and I was like, damn, that gonna be playing for this, playing this week. I'm gonna get suspended or whatever. Dude, like, tripped. And he just walked away. My coach came around, he say, I was hoping you was gonna put his dick in the dirt.
Bruh,
he said, I was sick of him fucking with you.
Bruh, some people just deserve to find out, bruh. Some people learn by bumping their head. And
see, when kids get on my nerves, I just put my kids on them, and I be like, get them. And then I be like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. She don't know no better. I'm sorry. But no, for real though. I get it. I get both sides of it. You know, I'ma always advocate for the little girl and wonder what she going through and everything.
I ain't mad at your bias, cuz I get it. I get it.
But I get it. I do understand, like, from a different guys, if I was the teacher, I would have probably, you know, they test your kids test your patience in class.
You would have mollywhopped that little girl. I'm telling you would have.
I wouldn't have mollywhopped her. I would have tried.
How many times have we kiddingly said, man, I'll kick the shit out that little kid if nobody was looking? Sometimes them situations happen, bro.
And this was definitely one of those times.
Yes, indeed.
Bro.
Now you would kick the little kid.
Yeah, man. You ain't never just ran across a bad ass kid, bro.
Bro,
Like,
I remember one time. Now this was in and this was a white lady. We was in Whole Foods, and this little girl was acting an ass in Whole Foods. I mean, she was pushing and shoving her mama, took her mama purse and throwed it on the floor, and I was like, what the hell going on with this little girl? Just cussing and fussing, and like I ain't know white people did this. I went to the bathroom a little while later. I heard some people come in the bathroom. When I tell you she tore that little girl up in that bath, I was like, get her little ass. Like, she
ass whooping save lives, man.
But then again, I'm like, maybe you should have, maybe she was bored. Or, you know, I'd be trying to, it's like one side, I'm like, man, that little girl, she was asking for that little pop.
See, you're going into a territory where you're justifying bad behavior. Just because you bored, you get to act out? That's where discipline comes in. So I ain't
But I get it, because I was like, I knew that mama was tired, because I'm like, woman, I ain't never seen nobody. Now, we was in Walmart. I would understand if we was in Walmart. We was in Whole Foods. Like,
yeah, man. You acting that way in somebody's establishment?
Just the nature of the establishment don't dictate the attitude of a child.
Ooh, because you said it scientifically.
Absolutely. Shit, I don't even know.
It sounded good as fuck.
The nature of the establishment
does not dictate the attitude of the child.
No, but I'm saying to just see her take the little girl.
But you just said if we was in Walmart, I can understand that. But we was in Whole Foods.
No.
Shit.
No, what I'm saying is
the more privileged kids get to go to Whole Foods, and them the motherfuckers with the attitude. Them the ones who don't get their ass whooped. Them the ones that when they act up, you put their ass in time to fuck out. What is time out?
I put my girls in timeout.
It ain't a reset.
Timeout is a break.
I put them in timeout. You put them to the wall.
I to think about their next move.
Ooh,
I can't wait to get out this chair. I'm gonna knock that whole shelf over. Ooh, I'm gonna pour all the water out.
You make them sit in the corner and they feel like, isolated, and they think about what they did.
Absolutely not.
That shit don't even work on my puppies
Absolutely
anymore, bro.
not.
That shit does not work.
It do work.
On the pup? Shit. Nah. Because what happens is they be on their T Grizzly, first day out type shit.
Yep.
They finna fuck up everything.
They finna fuck up everything.
Yeah, man. All right, well, that was a pretty good topic, man. I appreciate it. Now, I got one other. Now, I'm pretty sure all y'all have heard about the YSL case. Young Thug and the Rico case in Atlanta. You don't know? Okay, don't worry about it. You'll jump in somewhere. But I'm not here to talk about specifically Young Thug.
Okay.
I'm here to talk about the judge. The judge has been having a hell of a time with this case, bro.
Yeah.
Can I get a cliff note?
So I'm about to get it to you. So he been having a fucking time dealing with the discreet drug passing happened in the middle of court, where somebody attempted to slip Young Thug a Percocet in the middle of court. That happened. You had a juror filming. Yeah, during deliberation. Yeah, filming. And he even had a juror try to skip out after coming in on notice and trying to lead the country because she wanted to go and finish. She has a career. She wanted to work versus going to this case. And he made an example. And I wanted to talk to y'all about it. So for the young lady, so those of you know, if you ever been on jury duty, they have very, very strict guidelines. They give you your do's and don'ts, and they're going to go over it 1,000,000 times. So one thing they let you know is don't pull out that motherfucking phone.
Yep.
Don't watch media. Don't share this shit. Do your thing by being attentive to this case.
I've never been to jury duty.
One of the young jurors, she's a young black lady, she decides to record herself and record deliberation on the phone.
Is she stuck on
This is after the few days of prep they give you, letting you know not to do this shit. So that's one. The second black young lady, she was a juror. She just chose, you know what, I'm not going to do this. I got to go to work across the sea, you know what I'm saying, in another country. I'm just going to go do my work. I'll catch up with them, whatever. The judge had enough. The young lady who was recording, he gave her 3 days in jail. People were upset, saying that he's on a power trip. I disagree.
Is he black or white?
He's black.
Oh shit.
He's black. Now, initially he said it can be up to 21 days of community service or $1,000 fine. But he said, but after explain, you know how like you ever had a parent explain to you like everything that they've done to prevent you from doing something you still fuck up?
Yeah.
He had one of them moments. He was like, he wanted her explanation. He was like, we talked to you. We had deliberation. We talked outside. The bailiff told you to put your phone up. I told you to put your phone up. We gave you the rules, and you still did it. And she was like, well, I recorded it and deleted it. He was like, I don't care that you deleted it. You still did it. And the more she tried to talk back, he was like, you know what? I'm not even going to give you the fine. 3 days jail. And people are upset at the judge. I am not.
No, because people, I mean, it's just...
That's contempt of court.
This generation, it's
Exactly.
like, why do people always want to record
contempt.
everything? Like, everybody, why would you be up in there? That was stupid. Like, she deserved the 3 days in jail.
I'm surprised you said that. I did not think you'd be on that side.
No, because that's ignorant. I can't stand now, you know how, like, I can't stand the people when something happened and the first thing niggas want to do.
Right.
Oh shit, they can't see me. But still, like, that's the first thing people want to do is record everything. And it's like, you are in a government entity, government establishment.
Right.
You do something stupid, play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
Right, facts.
I feel, and then everybody know you can't skip off jury duty. Well, I got took off the list, but you know you can't. You generally cannot skip out on jury duty. Everybody know that jury duty is your civic duty.
Yeah, you got to.
For those people who
you
have
have
to
a damn
go
good
do
excuse.
In a high-profile case.
See, I'm nosy. I would be there every day. I'm nosy.
And I think that's why the judge went kind of hard too, is because YSL, YFN has resulted in the death of over 50 people, like just the beef alone.
What's YS?
Two gangs. Okay. YSL is a music label / gang, headed by Young Thug and like Gunna and them. And a lot of bodies are between YSL and YFN. But the RICO is on YSL right now. So with this high profile case, they've been watching them since 2012. So 11 years worth of Fed and state work have gone into this case just for you to, you know what I'm saying, try and be cute or get your clout up.
Yeah, I feel like it was a clout situation.
Right.
See, I agree with you on that. If you pull out your phone doing a court case to what was she recording? What did she think was going to happen? What did she think was going to happen?
Right, that's the thing. Like, well, how did you think you were going to get away?
Thank you so much.
Like, how, like, you can't post that. You can't do none of that. Even if you were to keep it, the way phones work now, when you record a video.
No, that would have been on TikTok.
No. I'm saying, even if you were to record it and keep it in your phone, you can see the time and date in which you recorded it. And you can tell the location because it's a deliberation.
So, okay, how did she do? Was she just like, or was she like trying to be sneaky?
Like this, here, and got caught.
You ain't even supposed to have the phone out
Right.
in the courtroom.
Yeah,
like it can't be out at all, let alone you recording.
I got power for jury duty last year. I just left my phone in the car.
Might as well.
Right.
Might as well, bro.
I know. I ain't got time to be playing around with these folks.
Facts.
And the cops be nice. They be joking with you and all that kind of stuff. But it's so funny, man. One of them cops was like, the girl was like, I gotta go to work. He say, what time you gotta go to work? She said 4. He say, good luck. It was 9:30 in the morning. I was like, are you serious? He was like, unfortunately, yes.
No.
That shit dead.
I hope that I've got one summons in my life, and I hope I never get another one.
I got one.
And I ain't even show up.
I got one in limbo right now.
What? No, that sound bad. I ain't show up.
Yeah, don't say that on the record.
No. I was away in college. It was in my hometown.
I don't care. Niggas will find you. What about you? What's your thoughts on it, man? Like, what's wrong with them? What's wrong with them?
I need to Google some more on this.
Baby, I don't understand. I can't relate.
Are we that generation
we
that
might be.
forget to bring our phone places? Like I get home and shit, And I just put the motherfucker down sometimes and just be like, oh shit.
And forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I ain't heard a ding, a beep, or nothing.
Yeah.
Then you go to looking for it.
Yep.
Yep.
And I had it on silent all day because I don't want to be bothered.
Look.
Yeah, I keep my phone on silent. I don't think I ever put my phone on ring.
But then they go, you want me to call it? No, because it ain't going to ring, damn it.
Right. Don't vibrate.
Right. Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So that was the first instant that people were outraged about. The second one was the young lady who left the country during, you know what I'm saying, the jury sessions and shit. And she had an excuse. She said, you know, she's, I forgot what business it was. I think it's an advertising firm. And she had a high-profile client that her boss told her she couldn't miss. First off, your boss set you up.
Because they know that you can't.
They know. So he made her do a 30-page paper, APA format, with a minimum of 10 sources, and had to turn it in within like 3 weeks. Yeah.
Bro, can I go to jail?
That's the one I thought that was a little excessive. I was like,
I would rather take the 3 days in jail. Give me the 3 days in jail.
Yeah.
If I got a 30-page paper, 10 sources,
he ain't gonna read it.
No, I'm gonna just go sit in
You
jail.
ever had somebody take shit like that and rip it up in front of you? Oh man, never mind. I went to look.
See what?
Booker T was a motherfucker, bro.
Oh, we had to write the
Booker
stuff.
T Middle School was a motherfucker, bro. I had to do, what is it? I was in retrack for something, and we spent all day writing something that like a paragraph that was on the wall. And I think I had like 10 pages front and back. And she like turned it in at the end of the day. It was the last day of retrack for me. And she was like, all right, shh. And I'm like,
well, what you expect her to do with it?
I don't know. Not tear it up in front of me though. Wait
That
for
was
me to walk outside or
psychological,
something.
emotional damage.
Boy, I ain't never have retrack again though. After that.
See, I had to do that.
Maybe that was my fuck around and find out.
See, I had to do that. Nope. I'm not gonna tell that story because if I tell that story, y'all gonna look at me crazy.
No, we gotta. You started it now. We want to hear it.
Okay, I had to do that one time in middle school, and my mama, I was sitting at the kitchen table. She was like, "What the hell you wasting?" She was like, "I ain't got no money to buy no paper and pencil. You don't write that shit." So then when I got to school the next day, my teacher like, "Yo, where your papers?" I was like, "My mama told me she ain't got no money to be wasting my supplies, so she told me not to write that shit." So then the teacher gonna call a parent-teacher conference. And my mom had to come up to the school, and in the parent-teacher conference, the teacher said, now, let me ask you something. When I asked you where your kids, it was like a one-page, like single-space page. It's called the attitude paper.
Okay.
And she was like, and I asked her where her attitude papers was, and you know what she said? She said, sit here and tell your mama what you said. I said, my mama said that I don't need to be writing that shit because she ain't got no money to be paying for that. And then my mama looked at her and said, I said it. And then it was over, and then we just left. And and then but the teacher got to find a certain bit. I got to school the next day. Why was it a stack this thick of lined paper and 3 pencils sitting on my desk?
I showed the fuck order. Because on the other end, you got to look at it like that. We talk about accountability and discipline. I could have been in the mindset, oh, this is a parent that let her kid get away with anything. Yep. Nah, not in this classroom.
Yep.
That lady had paper and
I would have doubled your shit.
I was so
been a whole pack.
You best believe my friends, they was laughing because they asked me what happened. My friends, I was like, this lady had paper and pencil on my desk. She gave me the pencils and the paper and the attitude paper.
Because I can't tell if your parents spoil you or not. Yeah, I would have got you.
No, I wasn't spoiled worth a damn.
I had a teacher purposely fail me because I did more than what she asked for.
What?
I took an English course in high school that gave me basically like your introductory English credit for college. So I had a couple of college credits when I got there.
Okay.
But they still required, 2 semesters basically in English to complete a whole year. So the teacher gave us an assignment. Well, this is some shit I had done like 2 years ago as a sophomore in high school. Right. So I had come from an AP training, you know what I'm saying, as far as English and formats and all this other kind of stuff.
Okay.
And basically, they always tell you, if they ask you to do this, dive just a little bit deeper. Okay. So that you got adequate information, and it's better to have more information than not enough.
Yeah.
So I had more information that she felt like she needed to know. And she was like, I'm gonna give you a 51.
It sounded like she was on a power trip.
She was.
That's why.
She wasn't. I was like, why would you give me a 51? She was like, because you didn't do what I asked you to do. I said, I did more than what you asked me to do. Oh, crowd. Ooh.
No, it sounded like she was just sort of. And which brings me back to the teacher situation. Some teachers be on power trips. Some teachers be on power trips. So.
I mean, that's kind of all lives matter in that statement. I'm sorry. I can't help it, though. I'm sorry. I just feel like that. Because in our situation, of course, there's some teachers that be on power trips. And, of course, there's some teachers that don't be on power trips. So I don't think that leans into that circumstance. But I feel you, though. But, yeah, I'm not doing 30-page anything.
I refuse.
Yeah, no, I'm a whole adult, bro. I'm a whole adult. You could have said 5.
No,
or 3.
I cried when I was doing my capstone, though.
I ain't, nah, bro. I don't understand the
30 page.
I don't know what you're supposed to get out of that. And are you going to sit there and read all 30?
No, they just gonna make them do it. Like I would get somebody else to do it. 30 pages. What was the paper supposed to be on?
The importance of jury duty.
Can you come up with 30 pages for that?
That's what I was thinking.
Bruh.
That's what I was thinking.
That's
like I could get done with that in a paragraph.
That's what I'm saying. So anyway, that's it, man. Those are 2 topics I wanted to touch on. I hadn't talked to y'all in a minute. We're gonna take a breaky break.
Hold on 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Since we were talking about showing the camera for everything, fam, when y'all helping people that need help, quit filming that ish. Quit putting that ish on Facebook and quit saying amen and God bless you and stuff like that when the scriptures clearly states about doing your good deeds for man to give you praise about it. Quit doing it. Just help people and get it over with. That's my TED Talk for today.
And furthermore, stop trusting random strangers with money for random strangers. I can go anywhere on this square, find a homeless person, record them and be like, yo, we gonna raise some money for this person.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that. I cannot stand that. I'm with you. That is like one that fucking like makes me angry, makes me want to fight. I cannot stand people who use homeless people for social media. It's like you don't need to spread awareness. We all know there are homeless people out here. We all know there are poor people. We don't need homelessness awareness. We know they out here. Right. Why do you feel the need to have people to shake you by the balls and congratulate you for being a good person? I agree with that. Stop doing it. I have no respect for people like that.
This lady literally took a picture of her taking $200 out of the ATM. Literally took a picture of her taking $200 out of ATM. Shout out Dr. Umar. Literally took a picture of her taking $200 out the ATM. Literally took a picture of her taking $200 out of the ATM.
What she do with the $200?
She gave it to a kid.
Why did she?
The kid asked her, ma'am, can I help you take your groceries, you know what I'm saying, to the car or whatever. I'm not going to harm you. She claims that, I'm not worried about you harming me. I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. And they had a dialogue, whatever, and he was so nice and so humble, and she told him to get whatever he wanted in the store, and she thought he was going to get everything, but he only got what he needed for that day, and she said, no, I'm going to get you some more, and I'm going to give you $200. She took a picture of the kid getting stuff off of the shelf, a picture of something else, and a picture of her, the ATM screen showing that she was drawing $200. And everybody in the comments, amen.
No,
God gonna bless you. See, you doing the right thing. You ain't supposed to do. If you help somebody, help somebody.
You said something about that though. You look like king and queen. Like they all said, me and you.
Why?
King and queen,
why take the picture of that? I was outdone. I was outdone on that one. You took a picture of the ATM of you taking out $200.
I ain't never seen that.
I ain't in 43 and a half years of living. I have never seen that in my life.
You want to know what I hate? I cannot stand when motherfuckers are go in the store and find somebody that look like they broke and be like, yo, I need to buy this bottle of water for my thirsty child. They dehydrated out there in the parking lot. Can you spare $1? I feel like that is so rude and because they want to find somebody who is when you have to find somebody who is worthy of a blessing. Fuck you. Your heart ain't in the right place. Because everybody, there have been times where I have been broke, where I have literally had $3.30 to pay for my 3 little items at the Dollar Tree. And if somebody had came and asked me for that, that would have made me uncomfortable. Either two things would have happened. One, I would have forego what I needed to give to them, or I would have felt so bad and uncomfortable. Stop doing. I don't care. I hate that. I wish that. That's one reason why, as much as I love TikTok, if they get rid of it, I wouldn't care, because motherfuckers get on my nerves with that shit like that.
There's like a new denomination of Christianity. It's like social media Christianity.
Yes.
And that plays into that. And I talk about this a lot, and it's a real thing that grinds my gears as somebody who kind of separate themselves from the culture of church. It's people want to make themselves Jesus so much, and they don't realize they're trying to make themselves Jesus. I'm gonna tell you where they get that from. You know the story of Jesus, and I forget the name of the lady, but he wants her to make him a loaf of bread, but she's like, I only have enough for me and my child. They're trying to reenact that and don't know they're reenacting that story from the Bible. And so what they're doing is putting themselves in the position of Jesus, because they're giving the blessing to the human who gave back to Jesus. It's real.
I hate it. I can't stand it.
I don't fuck with it either.
I block people who do that because their heart is not in the right place. Like the people who go over there to like fucking Africa and be like, oh, I'm gonna be God. No, the people don't need you.
Just do it and shut the fuck up. Like
you doing that shit for views and clout, and then you think about it. Okay, you don't look like a good person because you making money. If you got 3, 4, 5 million views on this video, you can make a good clean $300 to $400. You're not a good person. I don't care what nobody says. You are not a good person if you do that. Like, if you feel the need to every single time I saw a video one time of this lady, and she came on there, and she was talking about how she took food to a homeless camp, and when she came back from taking the food, she came back and she was hurt because when she came out there with the food and stuff, all of them was hiding. And she was like, they asked her, where your cameras at? And she like, I don't got no camera, what the fuck? And they was literally hiding out there. And one person walked up and was like, where the camera at? Mm-hmm. Because they didn't want to be on camera. And she came back and she was like, this people you are using, it's really gaslighting and it's manipulation. Because if I'm hungry and if I got kids, I'm hungry, I need something, I'm gonna do what it takes to take care of my child. So these people aren't there like, well, they consented. No, you manipulated them into consenting because you dangling something in front of their face. If this person is broke and needs money, they need shoes, they need clothes, they have to consent to get what they have to submit to survive. And I really feel like that makes you a bad person because you're manipulating them. They're not doing it on merit. They're doing it out of desperation, and you're not a good person.
Do you... in an organizational context,
okay,
do you feel like that same rule should apply to groups? Because like a lot of people,
it's a good question.
A lot of people do community service work because they have to have community service hours, but you have to have proof of said community service hours. Because I feel like I already know what you're gonna say. The context is different.
Yeah. That's not what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that you can do something for somebody and not exploit that person. You can have the things that you're going to give them. You don't have to have that person on camera, or that you're giving it, to the... You don't have to be like that. You can show yourself preparing the items. You can show yourself in front of the building, walking into the building, but you don't have to exploit somebody that's, not as fortunate in that time.
And I get that. But now you've got companies that do the same thing and use it in advertising.
That's why I don't donate through companies. Like when Walmart and stuff be like, let me get $1 I don't donate it through them. I do not, and I'm gonna tell you, that barrier got broken with me because I was working retail one time. And when I was working retail, we were doing buy the kids toys for the hospital type deal. And I won't say where I was working, but I was working at this particular establishment, and it was like, okay, do you want to buy a book for a kid? And I got in trouble. Want to know why I got in trouble? Because I had books off the clearance asking people, do they want to buy them? And they said, no, you need to get people to buy full price books. You don't need to get people to buy stuff off the clearance. And that just it made me feel icky inside. And I just like, it just broke my spirit almost, because I'm like, I thought this was about getting, I mean, I know capitalism and everything, money, bottom line, but it's like, I thought that we were supposed to be doing this for the kids. Right. Why are you fussing at me? Why am I getting wrote up? They told me, they was like, if you sell another clearance book on donation, you're gonna get wrote up.
Well, to answer, I guess, both of you at the same time. For-profit social organization. Your motivation and your creeds are two different things. For like you and I are in fraternities, of course we have to have pictures to show that we're out there, you know, because we are representatives of the company. The one thing we have the option to do, if we're helping someone, we don't require them to be on camera.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? If they just want to see us, like K. Marie saying, loading up stuff, that works for us. Or just get a picture of all the bros next to a building, that works for us. Right. But there are YouTubers out there, no, come here. That's coercion. Company people, like Nike and stuff, when they did the Black Lives Matter shit, and they were just selling stuff that was black on a wall, that was disingenuous. You got to realize a lot of these corporations just see a movement to get behind because there's money behind it.
Yep.
And that's as genuine as it looks. That's all it is.
I mean, you saw that when the Democrats had on the Kenji chief. When they was took out a picture, they on one knee holding up.
Ooh.
Come on, fam.
The Kenta Prince shit.
I'm like, man, they
forgot about that.
I'm like, man, they AME design now. I mean, they finna
tried to forget about that.
Bruh. I thought they finna join State Street.
Boy,
I was like, I ain't no Nancy Pelosi finna come to
Canadian
Mobile.
Listeners, it's an African Methodist church. That's why. I'll send you a picture if you get questions.
All the companies was wrapping everything in Kente cloth. Bath and everything was in Kente cloth. And it's like, Kente cloth ain't really black African. Like black African American, like black American.
Yeah.
That ain't even symbolism. That's like Africa. But them niggas in their Kente cloth was.
Yeah.
Opportunists. People are opportunists. Yeah. From celebrities to companies, corporations, they're all opportunists. They are profiting off the struggle of the day-to-day person. That's why I don't be out here respecting people. Like, I don't, okay, hold a minute, that
sounded all the way fucked up.
No, I mean, I don't be out here respecting, like, people who do stuff like that. Not respecting people.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to just because you said, oh, well, I done did plenty of shit for the homeless. I do volunteer work a lot. You do not see me talking about the volunteer work that I do because I don't feel like I need to put it out there to tell people. Like, I don't feel like, yo, one time I was working in the man, I had $6 to my name, and a homeless guy, he was like, ma'am, I'm hungry. Can you buy me something to eat? And I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, and I was like, oh God, what would Jesus do, man? I got $6 and 4 hours left on my shift. When I tell you I was hurt giving that bag of McDonald's over to that man, but I did it, and I didn't feel the need to go on Facebook and say, yo, I had to get this homeless man my food. No, because I didn't. What was I get out of it? I made that decision in that moment, that horrible decision. I was hungry than a motherfucker.
I'm about to say horrible.
I had food I was like, I got food at home. Boy. He probably don't know what his next meal gonna come through. Fair, yeah. And I sat there and talked to him for a little while too. And he told me about, like, you know, his journey and all of that, and, you know, trauma dumping like people usually do to me. And I was like, you know, I sat there and watched him eat my homework. You know, McDonald's used to have the biggie bag.
You're fucking hilarious, bro. It's the shit that you slide under the door crack. Like. Yeah, because people be trauma dumping like on me and stuff.
No, it's just people do that all the time. You would be. I could literally write a book about the amount of random confessions people have told me.
You just good at listening, cuz.
Yeah, and you know the guy, he was really nice, and like I've seen him several times, and every time he saw I done said it had. I done seen him more times. I haven't seen him lately. This was like 10 years ago, but. He said and had coffee with me, and this was back when McDonald's was in the mall, so this been some years ago. But I did that, and I didn't feel the need to tell nobody because I didn't feel like it was necessary. Like, what do I get from this?
Facts.
Like, I can tell you volunteer. I can say, do this organization. I love Lasagna Love. I volunteer with Lasagna Love and stuff like that. I will tell people about the organizations that I do, but you are not gonna see me recording. Like, come on, Andrew, get the phone. I want you to record me taking this lasagna and handing it to them people. or stuff like that. I don't do that because it's not necessary. I don't care what your economic status is. Everybody is due dignity and respect. End of the day, dignity and respect.
Period. That's it.
Well said.
All right, well said, Cole. Well, shit, we at Canna, Bama, 420 shit. We gonna take a break. Come back with some interviews for a couple people out here. Yeah, good music out here. Some special faces I've seen. Shout out to DJ Ferg. Shout out to Jay Haynes.
Double G.
Shout out to Blendy by India out here. Shout out to Celeste out here. She got the stuffs. I'm gonna go get me some. Ashley's out here. Chakras. So I'm finna go around, say hey to our people, and we'll be back. So stay acting. Bitch.
Hey, this is Mystique.
This is Mr. Everlasting.
And this is the Safe Word.
Safe Word. Y'all make sure y'all join us every first and third Friday of the month. Every month. We are in season 3.
Season 3.
Y'all already know what it is, man. Tap in.